Hi all, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to what is SQL injection attack, how to prevent SQL injection attack in our project. So let's get started. So here actually already we developed this simple springboot application with S2 database. So let me go explain. So what we did actually already. So here we added the dependency, right? We added the simple JPA Spring Boot JPA dependency as well as the web dependency as well as the Lombok. So here I am using actually H2 in-memory database, so I added the dependency. So it is a very simple Spring Boot with JPA example. So in application.yaml file, so I specify the port number. So here is the configuration of the H2 database. So here is the data source URL name, so driver name, so username, password. These are the properties also inbuilt, so no need to change, just copy paste it. So here is actually in the JPA, so we have what kind of internally implemented the Hibernate. So what is the difference between JPA and Hibernate? Is a JPA is a specification, so Hibernate is a implementation. So internally implement Hibernate using the JPA implementation. So yeah, here we using the H2 data dialect. So here is the show SQL true means it is display the SQL statement in console. So here is very important. So H2 console is enabled, is true. So in default the H2 console is disabled. So we can enable, then we can able to access the H2 database. So yeah, so here actually simple controller. So here actually in the example main agenda of this project, so how to demonstrate, so how to SQL injection attack in our project, so how to prevent. So in this demo we will see what is SQL injection attack, so how to prevent in our project. So in this use case, so I have created employee table. So employee tables have employee ID, employee name and employee phone number. So I will demonstrate so how to trigger the SQL injection attack. So I have implemented the 4 ways. So in JPA, so which implementation, so how to attack in SQL injection, so how to prevent. Let me explain. So here is a just pure employee table. So here actually I am using the repository. So here actually to fetching the employee details from employee name, so I created 3 implementation. It is also provide the JPA repository. So it is a default method. So you have the keyword to find by, so what is the input parameter, so passing then automatically will, so this implementation will internally written by JPA repository. So just be declaration and will be invoked, then we will getting. So another way is 2 different ways. So this is also provided by JPA repository alone. So here is a query annotation. The query annotation nothing but we need to write it in query. So mostly when we'll use that query annotation, so suppose we need to join 2 or more tables, so created the complex query, then in this case they using the query annotation, query connotation. So here you need to specify the statement, query statement. So here is a, so yeah, this what is the difference between this and this method. So here is a native SQL is true. So what is the difference between these 2 queries? This is the fetching like the ORM, object relational mapping related. So it will be access only model class. So my internally will model class communicate with the relation database table, and will, it is a kind of ORM, fetching the detail from ORM. This is a native query. Native query means it's a pure SQL query. We can return the SQL console side a select star from employee and light employee. It is a pure SQL query we can execute and will fetch the result. So 3 methods. The functionality will be same. To passing the employee name, so return the employee details. So yeah, but it is a kind of the query of writing the way of business logic is different, right? Three ways to do it. So another one way, right? Here is the service class. So here is this service class, the automatically will call the repository. Here is another one, is here is the entity manager. This is also we need to fetch the employee details by passing through employee name, but it is also we can return it's a pure create native SQL query. This is also we need to create like that. We need to create query as well as job ORM query as well as the native query. So here is a entity manager to create the, so whatever we need to write it, and it is the employee, so it's a pure employee query. So why added this kind of implementation? So what is SQL injection attack? So how to attack is happening? So I will demonstrate. So which method? So as of now we have implemented four ways. Three ways is JPA repository ways. Here also 2 ways is ORM related. This is only pure native query. So another one is, here is we are using the directly as entity manager. So entity manager we need to ask create SQL query will fetching. So we as of now we have created is a 4 endpoint. So this 4 endpoint, how to, I will try to attack SQL injection attack in the 4 API. So how to prevent, how to attack happening, so how to prevent other methods. Yeah, let me show you. So before we go to demo, so let me explain what is SQL injection attack. So SQL injection attack is considered to SQL query violation. So suppose we need to passing the query, right? So we have added a couple of ways. We need to hacking the, suppose this is a pure SQL query, right? So yeah, I needed to pass actually in username. So how to hacking will happen? So just we need to add the input will be changed like that. So we will fetch the data. So let me demonstrate. So yeah, as before that actually I had added the pre-construct method. So why? Because I added the once will start the server. So only started the springboot container. So we after that we need to implement inserted in the table. So this kind of basic data hard coded in the employee repository. So let me start it. Yeah, here is show, you see. So once you will start at the server, so it will be inserted, everything will be served, so it need to inserted. So in that also first will drop the table if it exists. So if you in application.yaml so SQL is equal to true, then only we can be able to see in the statement, query statement. So yeah, this is same. So if 6 record inserted in only the server is during the startup. So yeah, let me open. So how to open? Yeah, so how to open? Localhost 959. This is a photo. Sorry. And 595. Yes. Yeah. Here the default is h2 underscore console. You put it console right? Yeah, you put it. You can open the UI. This is this UI will be able to see once we enable in application.yaml file. We added this kind of enable, then only we can be able to see this UI. So it is connection disconnection spot connection will. So it will be once will server starter server, so automatically will create the employee. So here we can be able to run this kind of the browser, query browser. We can be able to see, run, so modify and everything will get. So as of now 6 record will be inserted in the. So here is a 6. Already we have created 4 ways, right? So I created the 4 APIs. So it is like SQL injection is normally will passing the employee name will fetch the detail. So why? Because means 3 records will come in. So I inserted triple A is 3 times. So then only will passing the AA. So suppose I pass in PB. so we'll get only one record. Suppose I passing the invalid username, I will get empty. Okay, this is, so I already explained. So 4 API doing the same response, so same response. Yes, okay. So so now let's time start. So how to inject, so SQL injector. So I need to pass, so hacking. Suppose I don't know the employee name, so I want to see something. I want to see which is all data. So it is a first trick. So here is 2 ways to hack. Actually in this video we need to show 2 ways. This is the first attack, this is the second attack. Okay, let me show you one by one. So but I don't know employee name, but I need to pass see something data. So then I will put something something XYZ. So I don't know the employee name, so I XYZ. Then I added the command R command, then I passing this is string, right? So internally implemented. Yeah, this is syntax. Yeah, single quotes 1. Okay, this is way. So I passing, so I don't know the employee name. Okay, but I need to see all employee details. So it is a one way to trick to hacking. They create the SQL injection attack. So what is the mean by so why, what is the meaning of this line? So I don't know, so we need to provide the dummy name. Okay, so then it is R means need to, suppose employee name I don't know, R condition. So then means the query will treat like employee name equal to XYZ, but the employee name is not there, so the query is not written anything, but I need to R condition. So R condition means any one condition is passed, so we fetch the all record. So in this case how to treat means the employee name is like that, so it is R condition 1 equal to 1 is always true, right? So in this case, so we need to fetch all employee details. That's what that's what the hacking number 1. So I will try. Yeah, okay, I try to hacking, so attack SQL injection attack in this API, but I could not succeed. Why? Because this API this way of implemented is correct, so we cannot be able to attack. Okay, so another way I will try here. Okay, same thing. Okay, this method implementation also correct. I will to show you this method. I will try to hack. Yeah, this method is also correct, so I need to try like that, this method. Okay, let me 1 is equal to 1, right? Let me show you some how to, here I will show you how to whatever the passing input, right? So how to will treat like that. So emp name, so will be treat like that. So if we run the query indirectly, okay, what will happen means I will show you the console, right? This is where the one of the attack. Wait. Oh, sorry. Okay, employee name. What is it? Excused. Oh, sorry, I missed the syntax. Yeah, right. So here I need to miss the syntax. Here I added the one. Okay, so why added like that? So let me get, see, we can hacking. So what the hacking means? So I don't know employee name, so I try to passing the employee name instead of this query, so I can able to what are the employee in table, so everything I can able to see. It is unauthorized access to get all employee detail. This is a attack number 1. This is the first way need to hack. Okay, so why added this line? So already I explained. So so yeah, so which API implementation will be attack will happen, let me show you. Okay, yeah, So already we implemented 4 ways, right? So it is 3 ways you are using the JPA repository, right? So these 3 methods, so I cannot attack the SQL injection attack in this way of implementation. Why? Because it is same JPA way, JPA implementation. So JPA implementation means internally using the Hibernate implementation. So Hibernate implementation mostly used for the whatever the input assign the particular parameter. So here, so whatever the assign the whatever entire, so I suppose in this case also wait. So in this case also I am passing the entire field, right? So but here is nothing to display. Why? Because the so these all inputs, those kind of inputs all treat as single value and assigned to particular employee name. So this entire string is not present in table, right? So that's why return is empty. So this kind of implementation showing like that actually. So that part we cannot hacking. So whatever the input assigned to you coming from input, so those entire value will send it into the employee name. So in this case we cannot attack SQL injection attack in this kind of implementation. So where is, so here is another one is entity manager. So this method only we can able to attack. So why? Because so here is also pure SQL native query, right? So here is a select sharp from employee where employee name. So why I am telling like this is pure SQL query mean, see here is the employee EMP name, right? So let me show you. So here is showing the EMP name. So it is a pure the database column name. So we can access. But in this the ORM tool, so directly will using the EMP name is a class variable name EMP. This is EMP name. Okay, this is the ORM. So but this is also pure native query is true, then we cannot be able to access the employee name. Here also we are using the EMP name. It is a tabular column name. That is what's different between ORM query and as well as native query. ORM is directly in calling from object property, class property value, but in native SQL query is using for table column value. So in this case only we have able to attack. So here, so whatever value will coming from employee name, so we can easily will assign. So what will so pure native query we can able to whatever the value will assign. So we can treat the entire query will be run in a single shot. So first will assign the value, then will execute. So how to assign means, so I will already show you, right? This first we assign like the employee name like that. Okay, then we will run, then we'll treat like where is here, this is where query we have added 2 condition, this condition 1, this is condition 2, we can treat like that. This case condition is a 2 condition. First condition is false. Why? Because we don't know employee name. So but second condition is 1 equal to 1, 5 is equal to 5, 10 is equal to 7, always true. Then this condition will true means, so we'll return the entire value. So here showing the, so I don't know the employee name, but here is showing the entire detail, but this XY is not present in here. This is the first hacking. So attack. So second attack is, so we can able to do like that. We suppose we need to pass. Why added the single quotes means, so in pure SQL query we passing the string means we need to add single quotation, right? Here is single quotation, end with single quotation. But in this case, so we first that purpose we need to add the single quotation, so end with single quotation. Suppose we missed the single quotation, so it is syntax error. That's purpose we need to add like that. Actually see here, right? This way need to add. So finally we'll set it. So we are added the here on add single quotation, here on single quotation. That purpose is just first use case. Second use case we need to like that. So I don't know delete all employees, so I want to have collapse into our database. So if you return like that, actually here also I don't know the employee name X Y Z, but I don't know, we need to delete from the all database, all employee database. So we need to pass 2 query. It is R is to condition, but you can added the semicolon, it will be treat as like 2 first we assign the value, right? So then we'll assign, then it will be treat as two different SQL statement. So we can run one by one. So in this case, first we run this query select star from employee where employee name is equal to XYZ. Another query is delete. So we can single start we can run. It's a two SQL query. So we can delete, collapse entirely database. So I will let you demonstrate. So here also, so as of now, yeah, now okay, sorry, okay, let me show you. So as of now we have 3 employee record, so totally will have 5 record is there, right? Okay, 5 record as of now, 5 record. So I need to delete all 6 record. So in this case, how to do like that na? So let me show. There is a syntax. Okay, so if you added single quotation means it's a single quotation, it's a first state, it is first decimal number. So here is the same, yeah, there is, yeah, let me check in table, not deleted. Why? Because so entire value treat as a single value and assign to employee name. So these value is not present in employee name equal to those value, but is not assigned, then the return is empty, but this data is not related. So in this case is unable to attack, so it is valid. So best so code, this method also good. It's a JPA implementation. So this way of implementation also I could not get. So it is actually LTV hacking, so I need to try like that. Okay, in this case also I need to provide X, so I don't know what the value in there. So XYQ, so here I delete from employee tables. So okay, in this case, okay, click here also we need to return empty. Why? Because it is a first query, it is a second query. So let me check. So second query, see, it is also hacking in the SQL injection attack. Delete, so we cannot delete the entire record, so we lose our record. So we write like that our SQL statement, so we lose our entire data. So hacker will attack and collapse and everything. So here also no record found. Yeah, the entire data will be suppose we, yeah, in this way, suppose we will knowingly or unknowingly written like that. So hacker will collapse your entire application. Meanwhile, so you can delete your data, otherwise we can fetch all your employee or sensitive data like the username, password and employee details. So everything is credit card number, anything. So it will very carefully will return in native query in your application. So how to prevent? So it is also, it is directly will fetching, right? So how to avoid this way means this is also, so let me stop. Okay, this is where this is actually, it is a attack SQL injection. Why SQL injection attack happen? So whatever the value, it defaultly will assign. So it will be actually, we can first will assign the value, then will be execute. Okay, we can able to execute more than one SQL query when be single start, say semicolon. Okay, so but instead of we try like that this way, right? It is select from the employee name, it is will be assigned to employee. In this case, whatever value assigned, so those value will only check in the employee name is present. It's not as a another new SQL statement. So it is yeah, whatever value coming from those value column will check as a treat as a employee name. So those employee name is present or not, that is why in this case we hacker will try to like that. So it will empty data. Why? Because those kind of SQL statement is a treat as a employee name, so those kind of employee name is not available in database. So in this case we can return the empty. So this way we can implement it. Yeah, let me start it. it is a H2, we are using the H2 database, so every time we stop the database, the data will be dropped. So once it will started, the once will every time will be created the created table. So in this case I added the post construct method of default inserting the record, so that will be record. So yeah, will be try like that. Okay, now we will check. Okay, let me query index error. Let me show you in console here. Yeah, every time will be close. So x6 record is there, so I try to attack same way. Okay, so my remaining method everything will be same, so the same way we try to hook it. So in this case data is not. Why? Because I will show you the SQL query. So in B, so whatever the value will assign, so entire value will assign to treat as a employee name, and will check the employee name is present or not, so that we can't so that we are unable to execute hacking. So this way we need to implement it. So mostly we avoid the SQL injection. Mostly we using the prepare statement, not a statement. So it is mostly internally, maybe it is a statement. So whatever the so here is a prepare statement. Prepare statement means we can assign the value by the particular parameter. So this way it is like kind of prepare statement kind of word. So we can mostly using the prepare statement, don't use the statement. So we using prepare statement, then we can prevent your application in the SQL attack way. Yeah, thank you guys. So I have attached in the GitHub URL in description. If you want, you can use it. Thank you.